I'm Melinda Estridge. I know a lot of people here, which is great. And I picked up the wrong set of things. Sorry. I'm going to tag team a little on what Orly has done, because the common theme I think I've heard so far is that a lot of people are getting back to basics with things that we did well and that has worked for us. And I tried to take farming to a whole nother level. Farming has always worked for me. I'm more of a listing agent. I'll cherry pick some clients that I'll work with on the higher end. And I'm going to give a little information about the listing and then the buying side. Because I had been well known in numerous different communities inside our beltway, I really wanted to send something that was uniform. I noticed when I receive things from people, and you probably notice a lot of agents cut back on mailings in the last couple of years when things became difficult. And I tried to really maintain or do more. So your things were in the door far more often. I try to send something every 6 weeks rather than every month. I've got 2 areas that I really target, so I developed a different color scheme, which is pervasive on everything I send. I also developed with Mike Russer a neighborhood website that I built in particular, which breaks down every single little area of that entire city, which is Chevy Chase, Maryland. And it's really seller targeted, and we've done extremely well with that website because I'd never known anyone that had done that. And it's all about selling and listing and the community. We did a video on the trash pickup around Rock Creek Park, and I call it a neighborhood spotlight. So every time somebody does something nice in the community, I'll have in every monthly mailer the spotlight, whether it's someone who has redone their garden and it's beautiful, the trash pickup in Rock Creek Park, an event that's going to happen, and so people, I think, use it as a resource. In addition to that, I've got several different events that I have for the year. I've been doing my dumpster and shredding for probably 20 years now, where I rent a dumpster. It's all zero base cost because the lenders always fund everything. It's a very inexpensive event. But it's a 40 cubic yard dumpster, a shredder, and a donation truck. And so people come from 9 to 11. We're able to help people move things onto the dumpster, the shredder. People love it, call us every year about it. And we've ended up giving out a dinner certificate so that we can get people's emails, and somebody wins each year so that we keep collecting emails in the community, which is helpful. I don't have a lot of our neighborhood on Facebook, believe it or not, because the average age is probably 50s, 60s, and 70s. And so not a lot of people are involved in Facebook, so I really had to reach them via mail. And they do pick it up and they do look at it. Greg Newman uses this periodical as well. It's realmarketing.com. And this is just under $1.30 for glossy. They do all the research on the statistics. They pinpoint where all the listings are that either you've sold or have sold that month. So they're a wealth of information, and it too is turnkey and is sent out totally. And it goes to the person at the top. It will say, you know, a report specifically for Mr. and Mrs. Jones. So it's, you know, you tend to get a little bit more reading from that. One of the other events that I've done is a renovation seminar, which again, it's zero cost based, but because I'm big into staging and redoing before I list, I have collected on every home we've done, and I did about 30 and photographed, you know, before pictures of all these houses that needed help, whether it was very simple or a more expensive project. And I'm pretty good at talking people into how much money I can make them because I keep track of what something was worth before, how much you're putting into it, and how much you make. Stager and I made people a lot of money. It is interesting. So I start going in and taking before and after pictures. When it's done, I go in or have somebody go in from exactly the same angle and snap every room. So that at this seminar, which I'll maybe have a landscaper, my stager, myself, and so forth, we'll start showing these slides for people about here's something that costs $1,500. So it's really high impact when people can see just by adding this or taking that out. And we've got some great before and after pictures. And I did a PowerPoint, which I'm happy to send anyone also to take a look at that. But if you start doing that with the listings that you have, the big thing I'm focusing on this year is curb appeal. I've gone around and snapped ugly houses from the front and then beautiful ones. I hope no one's there whose house I photographed. That could be a problem. But anyway, again, that's very high impact. They ask a lot of questions, and I market it as whether you're looking to sell within a year, 5 years, or 20 years, here are things that pay back and make a difference, and here's where you might be wasting your money. We also have an investment seminar, which a lot of people are interested in buying investment property. We do it every couple of months. We've got a PowerPoint presentation because a lot of people in these communities are looking to maybe have a 4-unit building or an investment property somewhere, or even buying a second home. So that's been a very useful thing too. So you're always having something that the community is involved with.